Let me ask you a question. When you scroll social media or walk into a reunion, what's the thought that flashes through your mind? Is it, she made partner, but I didn't? Or so many of these folks are C suite. What happened to me? Or he's running a division and I'm still a director? Or they sold their company. I tried something, but it fizzled. Or their kids got into the school we dreamed of, but mine didn't. It's not just comparison. It's a quiet voice whispering, I've failed. I should be further along by now. I should have more to show for the years I've worked this hard. And beneath that is doubt. Doubt about your choices, doubt about whether you've done enough, doubt about whether you even have another move in you. If that's you, I want to tell you two things today. First, you're not the only one who thinks like this. And second, this doesn't have to be where your story ends. When comparison hits, here's what you're actually measuring yourself against: the titles you thought you'd have by now, the money you thought you'd be making by now, the recognition you thought that your work deserved by now, the relationships that look shinier in someone else's feed, the impact you thought you'd be having by this stage. You're not comparing just for sport. You're comparing against the life that you expected. And when the reality doesn't match the expectation, doubt rushes in to fill the gap. The problem isn't that you failed. The problem is that you've set yourself up against a standard that was never fully in your control. Layoffs, industries collapsing, pandemics, parents getting sick, kids needing more than you planned. These are real. And these shape careers, they shape lives. And none of them show up in the highlight reel that you're comparing yourself against. Comparison and doubt thrive on half-truths. They whisper, everyone else has it figured out. You should have done more by now. If you didn't hit those markers, it's because you're not enough. But here's the fuller truth. Everyone else is comparing too. They're just hiding it. The markers you are using to measure against, title, money, prestige, are only one slice of success. And enough has never been defined by the announcements that you make on social media. When you let those lies run unchecked, you can freeze. You can spend hours analyzing past choices, replaying what ifs, telling yourself you missed your window. And that's not clarity, that's just paralysis. So how do you break free? Well, it starts with one shift, moving from comparison to clarity. Here's what research shows. Studies on self-affirmation demonstrate that when people anchor back to their core values, they're less vulnerable to external threats and judgment. In practice, what this means, when you remember why you've made the choices you have to prioritize family or stability or service or freedom, comparison loses its bite. Add to that the research on gratitude. A landmark study found that people who practiced gratitude not only reported higher life satisfaction, but took more forward-looking action. Gratitude doesn't make you passive. It strengthens you to move. And here's the part a lot of people miss. Clarity plus gratitude doesn't erase ambition, it fuels it. When you're grounded in your values and thankful for what you've carried this far, you make bolder, braver decisions about what's next. So let's talk about what this actually looks like. I absolutely want you to feel encouraged, but I'm not here to give you a pep talk. I'm here to give you some actionable advice. So try this. Step 1, identify your scoreboard. Whose game have you been playing? If you measure yourself by someone else's values, guess what? You are always going to lose. So write down what your real markers of success are in this season. Maybe it's flexibility or impact or margin or community. That becomes your new scorecard. Step 2, run a control audit. Make 2 columns, what's in your control and what's not. Layoffs, not in your control. Who your kid's roommate is, not in your control. How you spend your energy today, in your control. Whether you have that conversation you've been avoiding, in your control. This isn't an exercise in denial, it's about reclaiming agency. Step 3, practice micro gratitude. So don't just list family, health, job, get specific. Gratitude that works is detailed. My daughter texted me a joke this morning. I had coffee on the porch before my meeting. A colleague thanked me for catching an error. This rewires your brain to notice what's working, not just what's lacking. Step 4, choose one area to build. If comparison is telling you you're behind in everything, the antidote is to focus. Pick one arena: significance, impact, community, or money, and take a tangible step in the next week. Reach out to someone in a new geography. Volunteer for a stretch assignment. Apply for that program you've been bookmarking for months. Action dismantles doubt. Step 5, shift from analysis to action. Reflection matters, but endless analyzing, why didn't I do this sooner? Should I have chosen differently? This keeps you circling. So once you've named your values, once you've done the gratitude work, the next thing is action. And you don't need complete certainty before you act. Certainty comes after you've taken a step. So here's what I want you to take with you. You're not behind. You're not irrelevant. You are not less than. You are on your own journey and you're right where you're supposed to be. The fact that you even feel the sting of comparison, it just means that you still care. You still want impact. You still want growth. That hunger is proof that you're not done. Yes, there are things you can't control. Yes, there are chapters that didn't go the way you planned. That, my friend, is the human experience. But it doesn't mean your best chapters are over. When you choose clarity over comparison, gratitude over regret, and action over paralysis, you put yourself back in the driver's seat of your life. So let's bring this down to brass tacks. 1, stop borrowing someone else's scorecard. Define success on your own terms in this season. 2, gratitude is fuel, not fluff. The more you notice what's working, the stronger you are to move forward. And 3, action dismantles doubt. Stop circling. Pick one step and take it. If comparison and doubt are keeping you spinning, wishing you were further along, second-guessing every choice and feeling stuck in one place, I want you to know that you don't have to stay there. I've built a free on-demand masterclass called Get Unstuck and Move Forward with Confidence. Inside, I give you a framework to move past the circling, clear away limiting beliefs, and actually take action toward the life you want. The link is in the description. If you've been comparing, doubting, and waiting for certainty, then this is your next step, because it's not too late. And you still have everything you need to create the next chapter of your life with joy, intention, and meaning.